Okay, if you are looking for a movie, TV series review, but the TV series has a happy ending, this is not that TV review. For this is Serious Unfortunate Events TV show. Hello, I am Martha Butler, and this is Sully and this is Salford, also Sully, and this is our TV show review. Okay, guys, let's let's get off that part. I just had to do it that way in spirit of the show in the books. So, what did I think about this TV show? It covered the first four books. Um, Bad Beginning, Reptile Room, The Wide Window, and the Miserable Mill. So it's a really good adaptation, and it did prepare for like what happens later on, and it tricked. The first episode did a really good job. We got to see Neil Practice Harris play Count Olaf, and he did a really good job. He put Jim Carrey to shame. He put Jim Carrey trying to beat Ace Ventura instead of being Count Olaf to shame. He showed that, yes, Count Olaf is funny at times, but he's also a rude and mean villain. So that's what we needed with Count Olaf. We need somebody who we hate, because this is the guy who wants to take money away from little kids who just lost their parents. So that's who we needed. We need somebody who will go to any lengths to get his money, and sometimes that means not being funny and doing some weird dinosaur noises. Okay, yes, Jim Carrey is funny, but we don't always need funny. Right, Sully? We don't always need funny. So, Neil Patrick Harris gave that. He gave that, he was rude. He was evil. Yes. He was funny when it was needed. Not when it was not needed. So, that's what I liked about it. That's what I liked about Neil Patrick Harris' performance. He did a great job. Patrick Warburton as Lemmy Stickins. Now, his part is meant to be the narrator and tell us about the world that he's describing to us, and help and warn us of what we're about to see. That's his job. He did a great job doing that, and great job, Neil Practice Harris. So let's get on to the first two episodes. What's covered the first book, a bad beginning. So it did a really good job. It hit every point that it needed. I was happy until I saw these two. I found out later on that I was wrong. I thought these guys were Sonny, Klaus, and Violet's parents. I thought they were their parents. I thought these two were their parents. I found out later I was wrong. Like in the seventh episode, that they are not their parents. I think they're the parents for the two kids that show up in the fifth book. I haven't read these books in a long time. I'm rereading them. Last time I read the first four books again. But I do remember in the fifth book, there was these other two kids who were also like Sonny and Klaus, who lost their parents. So, I wanted to clear up that part. It did throw me under a loop. It caught me off guard. And I was happy. Every time I saw these two, I was getting mad. Like, don't you dare try to make this happy ending. That's not what these books are about. They're about these poor three children who keeps on having their lives get dumped and dumped because there's one guy who wants to have their fortune. So the first two episodes did a great job adapting the first book. It showed what the movie didn't. It did not show them almost get hit by a train. It showed um, the three Baudelaire children, Violet, Klaus, and Sunny, all smiling Carl laugh and telling him that Violet's not going to marry him, and the way she does it is by using her left hand instead of her right hand to sign the marriage proposal. For me, since I'm left-handed, for me it would be right hand, so be the opposite for me. So let's move on to the third and fourth episode, which covers the reptile room. Now, it did kind of feel kind of weird because during the movie scene, when they went and saw the movie Zombie in Snow, it made it look like Uncle Monty was trying to get it translated to like every time it was captioned, and every time it translate, and he would have to put certain words by using the telescope to see what letters he has to put down on the paper. That was not part of the book. I think that's prepared for later on or something like that. So that part's a little different, but that's okay. I'm okay with the series being a little different, as long as it's not a big different and making a big change, and not sticking to a book in a big way, unlike the movie did. So that's what, and so I think the third and fourth episode did a great job. We got to see them do Neil Patrick Harris play Stefano. He did a good job that time too, and I think the kids are doing great. I don't. It's kind of hard to tell when I don't know if I can't tell if Sunny is ever CGI'd. At times, I bet sometimes she is, because they had to make a baby talk. So I couldn't tell. So has gone a lot better with them making a baby look like it's talking. So now let's get on to the third book. The White Window, which was covered by the fifth and sixth episode. And Josephine, she was pretty good. They portrayed her, the actors who portrayed her did a great job. Made her where she's always scared of everything, and stuff like that. She did so in the book, and it portrayed the book pretty well. So see right here when they were trying to when Sunny had to chew off of Captain Smam's peg leg right there, the baby had to be CGI'd, so that's one part I meant. So I think that one did a pretty good job too. And they keep adding the whole entire thing with the waiter. They made the waiter part of the whole entire thing with them. That's going on with the two parents. That might be the parents of the ones in the fifth book. The waiter was part of that. It was because I remember that him and Catalanoff had a talk, they knew each other, And also, I forgot to mention the they made like the secretary of Mr. Poe a big part, an important part of the series, which I don't even remember her being mentioned in the books. So they're just trying to make it. I think they're just trying to do the later on books, stuff like that. You prepare for what happens later on. But I had to reread the other books to find out. So I think that's what they're trying to do with her and the wait and the waiter. So and I think they did and Josephine's death pretty good. And same thing with Uncle Monty's death was pretty good too. So so let's get on to the last two episodes. So I already told you on the seventh episode they did that big bomb where they told us the two parents are not Sunny, not Violet's, Klaus's, and parents. Instead, they were somebody else's. So, and like they have this big door. The way they did it was they had like knocking on a door, and they were like they told Sunny, they told Violet, Klaus, and Sunny to go meet somebody at the door. Somebody's here to see you. And we were seeing the two parents going into a door that was the same exact color that Violet, Klaus, and Sunny were on. And they both open the door, and we see them seeing these other kids, which, like I said, they might be the ones that are in the fifth book. So they made it look like they were the ones there, so instead it's Dr. Olwell and Cataloff. So the way they did it was perfect. I thought the whole entire time it was their parent. It was the three orphans' parents. So I was so happy. I was tricked. I was so happy. I was like, I was like thanking them for tricking me. And that was like one of the few times I was okay with the show tricking me. So so I think the fourth book did okay. It made it where the whole entire thing would happen with what's going on with Klaus, because then this is like so far the fourth book is kind of less best planned. Like every single book, he is getting smarter. It's harder for the children to outsmart him. So the way he did it this time is by blinding one of the children this time, making one of the children be on his side, making it harder for, because this time pretty much it was up to Violet and Sunny, since Klaus was under his control. So they were down one orphan. So Violet had pretty much, so it was just up to the two girls, and I think it was harder this time, and was still done good, and the whole entire Amethyst thing was handled pretty well. And I still need to listen to the rest of the read the rest of the fourth book, trying to remember if that is his girlfriend, because I remember in the sixth book he did have a girlfriend, but I don't know about the I had to reread the book and see if Dr. Orwell and him did had history like the one in the sixth book. So so what's going on to the entire thing over well. I like how they still told the definitions to those big words they have to use in the books and phrases and stuff like that. That was like, it's what I love now. When I was a kid, I loved how the three Baudelaire children were able to outsmart Cataloff. Now I like how they tell the definitions to words and phrases. I still love the whole entire fact that the three little kids outsmart Count Olaf. But I also love the definitions and phrases because it can teach kids out there how to read, with the how to read in stories. With this story, he teaches you how to what these big words mean, where they don't have to go into a dictionary. Like he's like, okay, this big this phrase means something and stuff like that. So, what I give this show, I give it a 10 out of 10. Are you gonna let me? Are you gonna score it, Sully? Are you gonna actually let me do the whole entire thing? Hmm. Okay. Let's see if he lets me do it. He gives it 04 paws in his tail. So, like I said, this was not a happy video, people. This was a sad video. Right, Sully? Right. Bye, everybody, and pray that you find a video with. Okay. He doesn't want to do anymore. So, I pray that you find a video with a more happier review. Bye.